Now, on behalf of the Adirondack Park Regional GIS Consortium, this is a tutorial on how to use the toolbar on the ARGIS web portal. The toolbar is right here. It's got a number of items that you can use to navigate and get more information from your maps. This is the pan tool. So I'm zoomed in right now on Newcomb, New York, in the center of the Adirondack Park, where the Adirondack Ecological Center is located. You can use this pan tool to move the map around. All right. If you want to zoom in, you can use the zoom in tool. And there's also a zoom out tool right here. Now if you want to go back to your previous extent, you can go back this way. And you can toggle back and forth. So it'll save your extent that you've been to. This is zoom to visible extent. This will zoom to, I have the Adirondack Park boundary turned on, so it zoomed to that layer. I'm going to move back here. Now the identify tool here is very useful. I'm going to turn on the land use and development plan map. You can see here we have a number of different land use types. It takes a while to load sometimes because there's some complex polygons in here. The map legend, you can see that we've got some wilderness areas and some wild forest. This light green here is a wild forest area. Now if we want more information, we can use this identify tool. And you can see that this it'll identify features for all the active layers. So here's the Adirondack Park boundary, but you can see here we have a wilderness area. It's the High Peaks Wilderness. And we have a management plan map. Not a map, but a link. Okay, so you can link to this site from the DEC, and you can get a whole lot more information about the High Peaks Wilderness from this link. Okay, I'll turn that off. And I'm going to turn off these layers. Here's one. Here's trails. Okay. You can use this to identify the trails layer. This is a newly updated trails layer. It should be very close to what's actually on the ground. We just did a big process with the DEC. You can see this is the Moose Pond Horse Trail. You can use your foot. You can horse. And you can ski it. All right? It's a wilderness area, so there's no mechanized recreational uses allowed. We also have trailhead registry information. You can see it takes a second to line up sometimes. But you can, if you use this tool, you can get information about the trail registers. All right, you can see this is the Santanoni Trail Register. Now we actually have people around the park, rangers, planners, secretaries, entering in trail registry data. So if you click this View Report, this will bring you the latest. It queries the database and gives you a seasonal usage. You can see this little spike for the cross-country skiers, very popular in the winter, and another spike in the summer. And you can also see some yearly trends, and you can download raw data here. Okay. There's also I'll show you one more layer for the identify tools. Here's the lakes layer. This is a layer we've created here, and it's a merge of several data sets. You can see what we have here is a number of different lake identifiers. All right, there's Adirondack Lake Survey Corporation uses this identifier. The APA calls it this. The National Hydrography Dataset calls it this, and the fisheries call it this. But you will see there's also a link to the ALC. That should give you more information about Harris Lake. It tells you about watershed characteristics, water chemistry. You can even get a bathymetry map. And there's a few more tools on here. There's a measure tool. So if you wanted to see how far, get rid of that, see how far it is to go from the trailhead here at Santanoni, get a rough idea how long it might take to get to the Great Camp Santanoni right here. You can see it's about 5 miles. And these are edit tools, which we'll cover in a separate tutorial. And this is a query and download data, which is also covered in a separate tutorial. Thanks a lot, and enjoy.